This is a country that's entire history has been defined by foreign outside people and other groups, especially from the West, coming in and enforcing regime change. As terrible as the regime is,
they've been the same regime for 50 years.
And you know why we got to this place? It's because of a CIA-backed coup in the first place.
So we have this guy, David Hajj, who went on CNN to defend Iran. And the question that I continue to ask is, how can you be an American living in this country but actively rooting for an adversary? How is it even possible? I get it. You can disagree with this war, which is completely fine. But at the end of the day, you should be rooting for your country to be successful. And this guy, David Hajj, he's as woke as they come because, for one, he used to work for the DNC and he got fired because of how woke he was. And the second thing, CNN is bringing him onto the show to defend Iran. You just cannot make this up. And here we have a clip of this guy, David Hajj, getting completely destroyed by Scott Jennings. Play clip.
Caroline, you and I disagree on a lot of stuff, but the fact of the matter is, you probably were born around the same time as 9/11 as I was. Our entire lives, most of our lives, our country has been at wars in the Middle East that have gotten us nowhere but more in debt. And if young Americans continue to feel left behind more and more because we were dragged into a war that we didn't need to have to be in the first place, and anybody with an elementary school understanding of foreign policy could have told you the Strait of Hormuz was going to get shut down, and that is exactly
And who controls it right now? Who controls the Strait
why are gas prices so high then?
Why were they high during Biden's administration? Did you like that?
It wasn't.
So what you're seeing right here is someone where their hatred for President Trump is blinding them and preventing them from seeing the truth. Because what he's claiming here is that Iran, they control the Strait. And let me tell you, no one country controls the Strait of Hormuz. Because for one, Iran, they try to blackmail ships that were going through the Strait. They were saying, well, if you try to go through, we have mines and you're going to get hit by a mine. Or that we're going to launch a rocket at you. Also, what you have to do, you have to pay us $2 million per ship to go through the Strait. And America, we saw that President Donald Trump said, hey, we're not going to let that happen. So what we did, we sent some of our ships or warships through the Strait. And then we said we're going to put up a blockade. So right now, the country with the most control of the Strait of Hormuz right now is America. And this guy, he's going on CNN and he's lying, trying to claim that Iran, they control the Strait. And immediately after Scott Jennings asked him who controls the Strait, he's like, oh, why are gas prices so high? When if you look at the price of oil right now, oil last week, I think it was in the 90s, $95 5 days ago. And today it's below $80 because President Trump went in and actually opened up the Strait of Hormuz where ships are now going back and forth. Let us continue the clip.
Because of a wasn't because of a geopolitical
here's the deal.
fumble.
Who controls the Strait? You're using last week's talking points, David. We control the Strait. We are in charge of this conflict right now.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump is he helped them end forever wars, and it wasn't popular, but he did it.
It went great.
Guess what?
It
we
went
just
great.
got into another one,
It went
and
great.
it's going a hell of a lot worse.
What do you mean? We're in control of the Strait, are we not? Iran is on its knees right now. They're losing hundreds of millions of dollars a day, and they will not have
democratize tomorrow. This country that is going.
No,
that
is literally.
We just need it to be something we can deal with.
They don't need a new.
So here we have David Hajj. He's claiming that has Iran been democratized? When, for one, we never said we're going to bring democracy to Iran. And he's claiming that Joe Biden helped to end forever wars. Yes, sure, he pulled out of Afghanistan, but Trump was the one that set the conditions for us to be able to pull out of Afghanistan. And what President Joe Biden did, he completely fumbled that entire thing. Because remember, we left billions of dollars of equipment in Afghanistan. Also, when we pulled out, 13 of our service members passed away, died. Right? And what happened as a result of that? Nothing. We gave the Taliban everything that they wanted. So you cannot compare what's going on in Iran to what happened in Afghanistan.
Name me one time that a country has been successfully, through an aerial campaign, bombed into a democratic transition.
I'm not interested in the transition.
Because it hasn't happened.
I'm interested in whether they have a nuclear war or nuclear weapon.
Abby, this is a country that's entire history
I would say Japan, but let's not go there. But let's continue.
Has been defined by foreign outside people and other groups, especially from the West, coming in and enforcing regime change. As terrible as the regime is,
they've been the same regime for 50 years.
And you know why we got to this place? It's because of a CIA-backed coup in the first place.
Because of Biden capitulation.
So this argument right here is typical left-wing behavior, because anything that's going wrong in the world, they try to blame America. If there's something that's wrong in Africa, they blame America. If there's something that's wrong in South America, they blame America. If there's something that's wrong in the Middle East, they blame America. And the reason for this is because they see countries, like everything else in life, as one being the oppressor and another one being the oppressed. They cannot look at an individual country and say, take responsibility for what's going on within your own country. Just like how the left, they never take responsibility for what's going on within this country. All the issues that they have caused, they never try to take responsibility for it. They always try to blame, deflect, and blame someone else, saying, oh, we're being oppressed. It's the same thing. Now they're saying Iran is being oppressed by America, when Iran, they've been the one that's calling for the death of America for years, for decades. They've been the ones to target Americans over and over and over. And now we're finally doing something about it. The left there screaming, oh, America is oppressing Iran, when that is not the case. And here we have Scott Jennings destroying another one of these leftists because they're trying to claim that America is somehow losing this war, which is ridiculous. Play clip.
Negotiations failed. We don't know if they will start up again. There's a blockade, yes, and it's effective, but it's not benefiting the United States in terms of access or any of our allies around the world.
If they succumb
so
to
where
pressure,
is the victory there, and how can this
Can I ask you a question? Do you want us to win? Do you want us to defeat these people?
I always want the U.S. to win.
Because it sounds to me like you are cheering for a bad outcome.
Could you define what win looks like?
Because all you can seem to do is define negativity.
What win looks like.
Here's what win looks like. These fanatics don't get a nuclear weapon. Period. Full stop. That's what
But the president said that they didn't have one.
American people deserve to know why our troops are there. What is it exactly that we're fighting for?
We're going to stop them from getting a nuclear weapon.
I just love how Scott Jennings brings these people back to reality, and he asked her one simple question. Do you want us to win? Do you want this country to win? Because you guys are rooting against this country. And she could not answer that question. It is a simple question. And then she proceeded to ask, what is winning? What does winning looks like? And the reason why she's asking this is because the left, they always try to redefine terms. When things aren't going their way, or when they're trying to paint a specific narrative, they redefine everything. You can see the same thing, which is the reason why they try to redefine what is a woman. They try to redefine illegal immigrants and try to turn them into undocumented individuals. They do this when they're trying to paint a different narrative to lie to people. But fortunately, we have people like Scott Jennings. And that brings us to the end of this video. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, please consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.